Yes, Sir Hairless here. Today we have a patron request. Thank you to Laurie for this one. This is The Lion Sleeps Tonight, performed by the Young People's Chorus of NYC at the Green at Lincoln Center. The Lion Sleeps Tonight, or in brackets, Wimaway. I think everyone knows this song, although they might not know the original song or the original artist. That's from 1961 by a group called The Tokens. It's got some very, very iconic elements in there, some really memorable motifs. Very fun bass part, and of course, and there's a very high soprano line in it. I've just had to Google who that was because that's not a man. And it's apparently Anita Darian. So there we go, now we know. I was thinking this performance here might be purely a cappella, but looking at the description, I can see we have piano, synth, accordion, drums and percussion and violin. It's a very happy song, we all know that. The word infectious comes to mind, so without further ado, let's get straight into it.
You guys ready? 1, 2, try that, go.
Try
one more time, here we go. And if that's a little too slow for you, the tenor part sounds like this. Keep singing that. Come on, tenors. It only works if you join us. I'm hearing some singers. There's a singer right there. Altos, here's your part. And the sopranos like this. Pick a part. Sing along. Here we go. One more time. And now it's a very famous desk cat like this. Let's add some drums. Come on, everybody, sing along. Here we go, one more time.
There's something about this song, it's just impossible not to feel happy listening to it. I don't know why my eyes have even gone a bit red and I'm starting to get some tingles. It's not the music, it's an extremely simple song. I don't know if it's just this, the visuals. I mean, look how happy he is. We saw from the description earlier, that's Nick Kendall. Just look at the joy radiating off it. It's impossible not to smile when looking at that. And any musician watching this, especially if you've done a cappella singing before, or any kind of group singing, because this is not a cappella, it's a joy to watch all these young people just getting into it. This is where we pause because of copyright reasons. I can't just play a video all the way through. I could, but my video could get taken down because it can be viewed as a listening or a viewing alternative. So we're going to pause now, discuss some of what we've heard so far. If you don't want to hear my thoughts or analysis, go to the timestamp. Well, unlike my other videos, I don't think there's too much I can say about this one in terms of analysis. I receive quite a lot of comments from people telling me that the reason they watch my videos is because of how I dissect the parts and pick them apart and show you what we're hearing, but they're doing it for us here. This is really interesting to see. It's a deconstruction of the arrangement. It shows exactly how it's constructed, layer by layer. So they're doing my role for me here. We'll just go through it and I'll just briefly give my thoughts. There's not too much more I can say. The bass part straight in. Bow. Straight down to this F, which is one note above this note, which in the choral world is the lowest note your typical second bass would be expected to sing. So the bass part goes down quite low. It's very fun, very rhythmic. And how they sing it.
Try that, go.
Oh. 3 different vowel sounds. The mouth moves naturally. Oh. It's fun, it's jumpy, it provides the harmonic foundation because it's of course singing notes that are in the chords in the harmony we're hearing. Then the famous Wimaway.
Try one more time.
So simple, such a simple part, very fun. The jump isn't actually so simple, but overall, if we were to hear the full final arrangement, any single part that you take out here is simple by itself, but the beauty of this song is it's all about working together. Take all of these fairly simple parts, put them together. It sounds fuller, thicker, and everyone's just enjoying themselves. It's very much a team song, this one. I mentioned simplicity. Let's go to the next part.
Come on, tenors.
A wimble, repeated. Again, the tenors just have two notes. In unison with the basses for the last two.
It only works
But in harmony before that. On the first note, there's actually three-part harmony. Ooh, in the bass. Ooh, in the middle part, could be second tenors. On wimble, and then, of course, the first tenor.
Come on, tenors.
And that's still in harmony. And now they go to unison with the bass. Then the altos come in. Just in parallel motion with the tenors. And the tenors here. Then they both move up. And then back down. And then the tenors stay whilst the alto part moves down. So this signifies that the chord is changing. The harmony is changing. This harmony that we're hearing between these two parts, if we move the tenor part up the octave, then it would be this. These are called thirds because they're three notes apart. But the way we have it, where the tenor is singing this note down the octave, they become sixths because they're six notes apart. It's the same harmony, but it's all about how they are arranged. Three notes apart is very close together, very tight sounding. Six notes apart opens up the sound, gives some depth to the texture. Then the sopranos enter.
Pick apart.
That's the same as the tenor part up the octave. So we have the thirds and the sixths in there at the same time. Tenor, alto, sixth, and then another third soprano part. As for the rhythms, the bass part is the really rhythmic part, as we've seen. The other parts are singing homophonically together, which means they're singing the same words at the same time in the same rhythms. A wimble way, a wimble way, a wimble way. Simplicity is key here. And speaking of that, simplicity, I would say that this song is probably one of the most performed songs a cappella of all time. I'm talking informally, not just formally or professionally, because we see it in films or TV shows, and even some friends of mine back in school, not the musical ones, some of them were completely tone deaf, but they would start singing this. Someone would just pick apart, not in tune by any means, but it was a great time, you know? You'd just be walking around, you'd sing it, it would make you feel good. Music does not have to be complicated, especially with something like this. I'm convinced the goal of it is to make people feel happy, a joint effort to produce this sound, which is just fun. It's fun. Then, of course, you get the soprano descant. Very fun to sing. With that breakdown into the chest voice.
Let's add some drums.
And now there's a harmony descant above the descant. Now the drums come in, give us an official beat. We have our percussion, obviously rhythmic and very jumpy. You know, we have this official jumpy rhythms now underpinning everything. Let's carry on and see where this performance goes and how they further deconstruct it.
Here's verse 1, the lion sleeps. Here we go, whip away. And
Yeah, not too much new in terms of ideas there. That's not the point of this performance, of this arrangement. It seems like they're trying to get the audience to sing. This is an outside, the green at Lincoln Center. I imagine it's like an outdoor space where they put on shows. Let me know if I'm wrong there, but that's what it looks like. So there are people watching outdoors. He's trying to get people to join in. It shouldn't be complicated. It is repetitive, but repetition is how we learn things. Why it can be repetitive is it's actually the harmony that enables this. Most other songs, you'll listen to it and you'll be able to differentiate very clearly between the verses and the chorus, and then maybe you have a bridge or an intro or an outro, and that will be because the chords are different. Obviously, the lyrics will be different too, but I believe harmony is the most important thing when it comes to music. Change the performers, the song will be the same, but if you change the harmony, you completely transform what we're hearing. What I mean by that, as regards this song, we just have a few chords. So we have F major, our home key. I'll play these chords in the order we hear them. So F, then B flat major, back to F, and then to C. Let's play those chords again, but this time we won't have the root note at the bottom. So in C, the root note is C, C is on the bottom. We won't do that. We start with F. Next chord was B flat here. Then back to F, and then to C. Notice how minimal the movement is here. And this is what we're hearing in the harmonies, in the different parts. They are essentially doing these chord changes with as minimum movement as possible. The tenors, the altos, and the sopranos, as we heard them introduced at the start. That's the whole song. The verse, the chorus, there are no changes, there are no new chords. So you can just keep repeating these same parts that we were introduced to at the start over and over and over, and they never need to change. And you can sing your verse, you can sing your chorus, you can do the descant. For most songs, you can just Google the song name and then the chords, and then there will be these guitar tab pages that show the chords. Here's one for The Lion Sleeps Tonight. Here are the lyrics, and the little letters above F, A sharp, C are the chords. A sharp is the same as B flat. It's this note here. You can see A sharp or B flat. And as we look through, it's those three chords repeated in that order: F, A sharp, F, C, over and over and over. So maybe not the most interesting song to sing, you don't have to focus too hard, but again, that's not the point. You know, this is fun. It's all about the fun. You can see these kids, are they kids actually? I'm not sure how old they are. As the ensemble's name suggests, the young people's chorus, they are young people either way. And you can just see how much they're enjoying it. And everyone else. It's a shame we can't really see the crowd because I'd like to see them singing along or participating. Anyway, let's carry on until the end. There's about 1 minute left. If you enjoy these videos or find them helpful, please consider supporting me. Patreon has a bunch of exclusive benefits, behind the scenes videos, additional reaction content, Q&A videos, and more. For a one-time donation, you can donate me a hot chocolate at the Buy Me a Coffee link, or become a YouTube member for these groovy emojis and membership badges. And a huge thank you to these lovely people on the screen now.
This third verse is very soft.
I noticed this guy before. I just want to clarify this for myself. He seems to be singing the descant, I'm on my way, but then also the bass part, boom, boom, which is fun to see. Maybe he has the freedom to do so. If he has the range, why not?
This third verse is very soft. Swim away. Pick apart. Here we go. One more time. Here we go. Last one. You sound fantastic. I can see a lot of mouths moving, which is really great.
Yeah, there we go. Very, very fun. Again, not too many new musical ideas. The one thing I did notice was a third soprano descant that came in just for a little bit, but then it faded away again.
Here we go.
Too high for me, but that's up here. Top A. That's as high as your typical chorister might be expected to sing. Have a listen out for that. Up the octave.
One more time. Here we go.
And it's no longer there. Now the top part is back to... Well, let's leave that one there. Thank you again for this request. That was a fun one, a happy one, a mood lifter. It's always nice, I think, when a performance, especially as it started a cappella, is deconstructed so clearly, and the audience participation as well. I know there are a lot of people out there who love this type of music, a cappella, choral singing, who didn't grow up with it, who didn't have the training, who hear the final product, but don't necessarily have the opportunity to really understand how these works are created. I try and deconstruct these things in the limited time I have in my videos on my channel, so it's good for a change to see this being done for us. It's a popular video, 10.5 million views at the time of recording. This is from 2021, just after lockdown, so I'm sure this would have been very uplifting for many people there. Thank you again, would really appreciate a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you next time.